Good morning, Swirly Nation. And welcome back to Alpha Ice Complex, the Super Series semifinal game between two of the best teams in this, the Minnesota Blades and your Prime Hockey. Early possession here was with Prime, then Minnesota, back to Prime, back to Minnesota, as Minnesota gains the zone on sides. Pressured by Spang, now Christini. He'll swipe it away and pop it all the way back out to center, icing if it's far enough, and it is. We're excited to bring you this great game action here in the Pittsburgh Super Series. What has been an excellent tournament. 20 high-level teams competing at the 2010 division. And we've made it down to the Final Four. GPS Hockey out of Chicago. And Pro Hybrid, another Minnesota squad, on the other ice right now, competing in their semifinal game. 2 20-minute periods, as was the quarterfinal game, as Minnesota possesses the puck early on here. A shot coming in, blockered by Falbo to the corner. Walking in off the wall, defended by Starr. Now Foy bouncing puck, Falbo unable to get a mitt on it. It's whacked free by Starr, gathered in by Minnesota. It'll be wedged out by Rothstein, and on comes Prime Hockey. Popping it in behind the Minnesota net. Stepping off the wall and wristing one high and wide. It'll be Johnson to the puck. He banks it off the boards, looking for Conroy. It's gathered in by Minnesota. Skelton for the Blades, reel on a forecheck. Johnson jumping up on the play to disrupt the Blade break-in attempt, as they'll go D to D in the defensive end and slap it down. It's icing if it's far enough, and it is. This time it'll come back to the Minnesota zone. It'll be Conroy, Lynn, and Reel together again. They've got Johnson and Wooters. Reel taps it forward, centers the puck in front. Nobody home. And the Blades will pop out through center ice. Pressured from behind by Conroy. Taken by Johnson, rimmed around for Wooters. It's out of his reach, and Minnesota will get control. Centering one. Back pressure by Lynn. Shot comes in on Falbo. He kicks it free, and Reel picks up the rebound. Reel up the left wing side. Gets a whack from behind. He'll stop. He'll fire. And the real deal, Jack Reel tickles the twine with a twisted wrister. His shot, his stick got smacked right before the release. And he was still able to get it off, and I think that may have thrown the Blade goaltender off a bit. And Prime's got a 1-0 early advantage. They had a 1-0 early advantage the last time these teams played. It was a 5-4 Prime win. But boy, was that a hard-fought game. Offside here on Prime. Christini wins the draw. Spang taps it back to Warheim. He finds Daly. Daly finds Christini. He weaves in, wrists one that's knocked off of his stick at the last moment. Kept it at the point by Bear Warheim. Christini with the pressure. An up ice feed. Picked up by Cullen for Minnesota. He'll dangle to the corner. Wrapping around behind. Trying to tuck it in the short side. Unsuccessful on Falbo. A cross ice feed picked off by Evans. Cutting to the outside. Can he break free up the left? Tries to weave back to the middle. He does. He shoots. And it's bobbled and covered up. Bobby Spang getting a hug from a Minnesota defenseman. It's all love out here, folks. Vukulik. The face-off back to Starr. He'll rim it deep for Vukulik. Pops it further for Rothstein. Rothstein centering one. Vukulik, hard shot, kicked aside. It'll be Yale to the puck first. He'll pop it back behind again for Rothstein. In Gretzky's office, he sets things up. Battled for by Vukulik, supported by Foy. Foy twisting in the corner. Gets the puck knocked off of his stick, and back come the Blades. Meyer, who was an absolute missile in the last meeting with 2 goals. Blazed up the outside. He was turned aside by Starr. Then a bouncing puck escapes the prime zone all the way to the Minnesota end. Foy in with a heavy forecheck, forcing it off to the stick of Vukulik, who will dump on a no offside call. And Prime gets a line change here out of it. Could Minnesota take advantage? It'll be Meyer and Starr. Centering feed off the stick of Starr. Right to Real. Conroy banks it off the boards into the zone. He's got Real streaking to the net. He'll feed it across. It's off a skate just wide of the cage. Conroy right back on it. Pass out to the point. Wooters off of his stick, and Minnesota's in business. Across ice feed to Meyer. He steps in, and it's blockered aside by Falbo. Johnson all the way up to Lynn at center. Tries to poke it by. It's unsuccessful. Wooters will get there, though. And Real will spin into the offensive zone. He's got Lynn with him. Tries to center it. A back pressure stick lift forces that play to be broken up as Myers back up ice again. He's got speed and escapability as he twists in through, and we're going to get a trip here on Prime as they get control. Meyer drawing the penalty as he weaves through the zone. Power play here for Minnesota. Gamesmanship there by Coach Matt Cullen, who over 1,000 games in National Hockey League experience, knows how to get a free timeout to set up the power play. Joey Cullen dangles through, feeds it backside, defended off by Evans. Evans and Christini, the two out here for Prime on the offensive side. Johnson and Wooters, the defense pair. Christini over the dot. Face-off won by Minnie. Out to the point. Possessing there. Steps in. Feeds it cross side. Shot to the glove. And Falbo equal to the task. They've killed 28 seconds of the Lynn minor for tripping. Christini with the puck pressure. Cullen will set it up on the right wing side. Dumping it down low to the side of the net. Across ice feed. Broken up. Evans with the hustle. Can it clear the zone? It will. And it'll be an offside play on Minnesota. Penalty killer change. We'll get Vukulik and Spang on the ice for Prime. You're watching Cinnamon Swirl TV here on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to your channel. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well as find us online at cinytv.com, cinytv.com. Vukulik has his stick ripped away from him, so it's a potential 5-on-3 here as Cullen tries to weave through, gets the shot in on Falbo. .23 seconds left on the PK here as Minnesota wins another draw in the offensive zone. Keeping him to the outside, a cross-ice feed read well by Spang, and he's out of the zone. He dishes it off to Vukulik. Vukulik in a 2-on-2 will try to hit Spang driving the net. Back comes Minnesota. It'll be Warheim sending it all the way back behind the mini net, and we've got an end to the penalty as Minnesota gains possession behind the cage. Winding up there is Cullen coming through center. Cullen weaving around behind, possessing the puck, tossing it across for a shot that's up high and misses the cage. It'll be Daly picking it up. He's got Lynn. He throws it indirect off the boards. Lynn's got Conroy crashing the net, and we'll call an icing instead. The indirect pass just a bit out in front. A good thought there, as they had two prime players behind the defense. Puck battled for in the faceoff. That comes free for a heavy shot that's headed away by Falbo, as Minnesota with some excellent scoring chances here ever since the Prime hockey goal. It's been Minnesota controlling play, especially that power play. They had 3 or 4 good scoring chances that Falbo was able to keep out. Starr defending well here to the outside. Conroy will come in support, forcing it free in the corner. He'll get to the puck and pass it up ice to Reel. Reel on his backhand, able to get control and dump it in for Conroy. Conroy on the dump and chase. Smooth move around a defender to the corner. Tied up there and brought back on by Minnesota. Past the stick of Lynn to be gathered in by Starr in the defensive zone. Looking for Yale, topped by Minnesota and possessed at center ice. Up comes, I think that's Bois, maybe Hare for Minnesota. As the puck gets caught up on the net behind the prime net, and Minnesota will look to set things up. It's a misplay at center. Reel tracking it. Can he get control? No, but Lynn will. An onside play for Prime. Weaving through. Centering one off a stick of Foy, who spins it in on net. Stepping up Rothstein. Banked off the boards and out the center by Minnesota and put back in on an offside play by Wooters. 11:01 to play, first half action. Prime Hockey 1, Minnesota 0. Vukulik to take the draw. Cross ice feed, it'll be Myers, and it's a trip now on Johnson. So another power play for Minnesota. Playing with fire here is the Prime team with another tripping call. Myers draws that one. Minnesota deploys the same power play unit. Face off again, controlled by Minnesota. Cross ice feed, shot comes in, and that'll beat Falbo 5-hole. And Prime's got to stay out of the box. That's the message there. Keep the sticks out of the feet. That took 7 seconds on that power play for them to bury one. Vukulik wins the draw to Daly, up to Foy. Foy will chip it in, and Prime will chase it. Rothstein on the forecheck. Wedged back out the center. They were trying to free up Meyer again, and he'll swipe it in on an offside play. Vukovic to the draw. Warheim to Foy. Foy will dump it in. Rothstein chasing it down to the corner. It'll be picked up behind the net by Minnesota. Vukovic in on the forecheck. Now Foy. His pass for Rothstein bounces in the air over the stick. A breakout feed intercepted by Foy. He'll come back in, weaving to the middle. It's still Prime as Rothstein shoots one that trickles wide. Foy in after it. Rothstein now Foy. Back to Rothstein. He comes off the wall, puts it in front. It'll be Foy. Once, twice, two big saves by Minnesota, and Skelton's free through center. He's got Meyer with him. Warheim defending. Back check by Foy to free it up, but Skelton able to keep it, and the defense comes around one. Shot from the outside, blocked by Warheim. Daly goes high off the glass to try to clear. That was Vukovic. And it'll end up out of play. Christini on the faceoff. Won by Minnesota. Shot comes in. There's Falbo. Thompson can lean into him. This time it'll be Spang. Cross ice feed to Evans. He's up the left. Into the offensive zone. Around behind. Looking. He looked for Yale. It's picked off. And Evans is going to trip him up. Evans will be headed off. Minnesota behind their own net. Evans is going to head off for a trip, and Minnesota's back on the power play. Third power play of the period for the Blades. All three are tripping calls. And Minnesota, great job of winning another face-off on the power play. Shot from the outside, turned aside by Falbo. Wrapped up the wall. There's no icing here, as Real will chase it down anyway. It'll be into the Prime end for Starr. Starr rims it around, takes a weird bounce off a stanchion. It'll benefit Prime as it's Real up the right wing side. Tracked by Thompson. Falls down on the play, centers it, but it's Minnesota there to pick it up. Into the Prime end they come, weaving to the outside. Starr gets a skate on it, and somehow it ended up back on the Minnesota stick to be defended a second time by Starr. He's back on the puck. He'll go heavy off the glass and the referee. 25 seconds left on this penalty kill. Into the zone comes Minnesota. Lynn tracking, centering feed for Thompson. Broken up by Vukovic. It'll be Lynn trying to pop free. A diving play there. Breaks it up, but he gets to the puck anyway. He takes a whack on the stick as he lets it go. Out comes Minnesota. It's icing. It's icing. No call. The referee missed it. It'll be Evans out of the box, coming onto the ice. Weaving through. Looking. He's got him on the backside. He finds Vukovic. His shot off the pads. Vukovic pinned against the wall here. I think it's Lynn in to help. Vukovic still battling. Now Lynn Thompson will feather one out off the skate of Wooters, cleared by